Hey everyone, welcome to my channel again. In last video we had seen how can we set up our Apollo server using Node.js and Express. In this video we'll work on how can we merge query or resolver so that like we do not need to do all of things in a single file. So we'll follow the approach of modular programming. So we'll separate everything in different files. So for doing this we need to install some dependency like npmi at the rate graphql dash tools slash merge, and the second dependency I need at the rate graphql. It should be tools slash load hyphen files. Hit enter. So if we're gonna install a library for you. So now let's create the folder for TypeDefs and the resolver. So here I'm gonna create another folder, give it a name of TypeDefs, and inside it I'm gonna create a file like we are getting the number of user. So here I'm gonna create a file, so call it user.js, and inside it first of all I need to const import something from the require, and I have to use Apollo server express, and inside it I have to use GQL. Now after that I'm going to use module dot exports and equal to something called GQL, and here I'm going to use backticks, and there I have to write the query. So I'm going to use here type of query, and after that I'm going to use curly braces, and here I'm going to use total post, or you can say we are having total number of users. So let's copy this one and just paste it here. Save this and just move to your server.js file, and inside it I have to give the reference of TypeDefs. So just remove this from here and just comment this file for now, and I have to import something from the dependency I had installed. Okay, just close this. I have to work on server.js as we are using server.js file. So this is the Apollo server. As you see in previous video, I had created Apollo server separately, and then I had bind it with Express.js. So there we have our TypeDefs. So just here I need to import something from the library I had installed. So const something from require, and first one I'm going to use at rate GraphQL tools and slash merge. Inside it I'm going to use two things. First one is merge TypeDefs for merge the query, and second one I have to use merge resolver for resolve the query. And the next thing I'm going to use const something from require, and it should be from load files, and I have to use load file sync here. Save this. Now in case of TypeDefs, just remove this one. I have to use merge TypeDef here. So I'm going to use merge TypeDef, and inside it I'm going to use load files sync, and inside it I have to give the path of the file. So for this I'm going to use further more dependency. Here I'm going to use const path that will be equal to require, and inside it I'm gonna give the reference of path here. And now inside the load async I'm gonna use path dot join, and inside it should be double underscore jar name, and derived q slash type devs, path of our folder, this one, TypeDefs. Save this one, and let's see will it work or not. So here I'm going to use npm run server, hit enter, and let's jump to the Apollo server. There you can see we have inside docs, if I see we have total users. So if I hit the query, it's still working. And let's change something inside inside the query. We have number of users. Now I'll do the same thing for the resolver as well. So there I'm going to create another folder at the root of file, and here I'm going to create the folder for resolvers, and inside it I'm going to use index.js, and inside it I'm going to use the function for the resolve the query. Just copy this one for now from here and paste it here. Now I have the function of resolver. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use a module.exports, and this should be equal to the query, this one. And inside it query, suppose for the users, so we have different resolver query. So in place of passing the direct function here, I'm gonna just create this function above. So just copy this one and paste it here, and I'm gonna use const total users is equal to, and this should be an arrow function that will return the value of 5, and in place of this I'm gonna use sort handling. So if I pass total users, it will work fine. Then I have to do the same thing for the resolver as I have done with TypeDefs. So just I have to use here, just copy this one, and inside it assign it to the resolver, and here I have to use merge resolvers in type place of merged types there, and there I have to give the path of resolvers folder which I had created. So resolvers, save this one, and let's see will it work or not. It's working fine. And if I'm gonna change any value inside it, I'm gonna say we have number of user is 10, and let's run this. It's working fine. So that's all for this video. Like we know how can we merge the query or resolver and follow our module based approach. In next video we'll see how can we run the mutation, or how can we use multiple query, as now we have only single query, and next video I'll create query more than one. Also we'll work on mutation as well. So thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this, then please hit the like button, or if you are new, then subscribe to the channel.